All right, folks, we have made it to our very first port of call. We are in Cozumel, Mexico. We are docked and ready to start our day.
Hey everybody, I'm Erica.
I'm JD, and welcome back to Ellis Life.
Where are we at today?
Today we are in beautiful Cozumel, Mexico. This is day 3 of our Disney trip, if you've been following along, and today we're going to do something a little different. Now, a lot of the folks here on the cruise ship are going to the beaches, they're going to do other excursions. What are we doing?
We are going to go see some wrestling, but not just any wrestling.
Lucha Libre wrestling.
Yes, we saw it as an option for one of the excursions. Absolutely could not resist. We're both huge wrestling fans, so we're going to take you guys with us on that excursion. We also have polo for dinner this evening.
Yeah.
JD has a old-fashioned class happening. I don't know if we can film that one.
I don't think so. It's an old-fashioned tasting, so they're just going to break down and show us the different kinds of old-fashions and what they go into it.
Okay.
But
he'll tell you about it
later
once
on,
he's
we'll get a
done.
breakdown of it.
But we're going to go check in. We have to check in at Worlds of Marvel at 10 a.m. It is a little after 9. We just finished breakfast.
Is that the imaginary one?
It's my imaginary watch. We just finished breakfast at 1923. I will say breakfast today was not as good as yesterday. We got the fruit platter, which was nice. The Eggs Benedict was good. How were your pancakes?
So those were the toughest pancakes I've ever tried to saw through in my life.
They were rough. I had the Mickey waffles because I'm a kid at heart, and they were also very hard to, so not sure what was going on there. I feel like the kitchen was overwhelmed and things just got away from them, which sometimes can happen.
I will say yesterday we had the French toast, and they were on point, and they're thick and fluffy. So if you're going for like a
sit-down breakfast at one of the restaurants, in our case 1923.
Well, I was going to say, if you're going for a bread option for breakfast and you want something to put syrup on, go with the French toast sticks.
Oh yeah, but I was going to mention the omelet was good, the eggs benny was good.
Yeah.
Just,
The service has always been great. Everybody here is so nice.
Yeah, the staff has been super friendly.
Yeah.
But we're going to head down and check in for the excursion.
Let's go.
We are checked in here at Marvel. We have our Sebastian the Crab stickers, and we're just waiting for them to call us so that we can begin our Lucha Libre port adventure. We have our Key to the World cards, and our photo ID is required for us to get on and off the ship. So, we're just hanging out. We got our official meet and greet Lucha Libre wristbands. It's almost time to get on that excursion. Well, I mean, we're out off the boat. We're just kind of waiting to mosey on down the way so we can start this one. We made it to Cozumel, Mexico. We're entering the port. We got to go up and through security before we get on our transportation. And they've got duty-free shopping. This is the port area. There is all types of shopping. There's jewelry, there's alcohol. This is their cruise shopping area. So we're still at the port right now. Water's gorgeous. There's our ship. Welcome. It's the Cozumel Navy. That's pretty cool. Taking you guys on an adventure today. Ah, happy hour. All the shopping. So much shopping. Show you guys a little bit of our ride to the Lucha Libre experience. You know it's a good ride when Pikachu's at the wheel. It's so cute. Found Stingray Beach.
Cozumel.
We made it to our destination, fire pits. Very excited. We have a large group that is also excited to experience wrestling. Look at this building. It's pretty awesome. Got JD walking up. Okay, gracias. And you get welcome drinks. I am not getting a welcome drink. Hi! Ooh. I'm good. Whoa. Get us a seat. Down front. We got margaritas. Cheers.
From around the world, on behalf of all of our wrestlers and staff, we appreciate each and every one of you for coming down here to witness
JD.
something amazing in Cozumel. Lucha!
Yeah. Afterwards, they do pictures. You can buy some mugs. We bought lucha masks. These are really cool. JD was like, I'm getting a mask. They also have hats and keychains and all kinds of cool stuff. Little piggy banks are adorable. JD, what did you think? Did you have fun? Oh, that's cool.
Stickers though. Look and see if they had any magnets.
Socks. They might have some on the other side. You can cook. The hats are cool. Lots of awesome Lucha Libre luchadors. Oh, it's luchador JD. That's awesome. This is the building. They kind of rushed us in super fast, but it was an amazing experience. I loved this and highly recommend. They have this whole other area that you can come to where you can get tequila tastings. They also have tacos. You can get tacos. I love his NWO shirt. It's very pretty. It is a very hot day. They do take credit card. They do accept cash. You get your pictures with the wrestler. It's $25 without the frame and $40 with the frame. It's nice, but it's expensive. The bathrooms are air conditioned, which is lovely. So you can use the restroom, or you can go inside and buy some trinkets in the gift shop. We did get a couple of things. We'll do a haul once we get back and show you guys the goodies that we bought here in Cozumel. We ran out, wanted to show you guys this cool car. This is the area that we're at right now. Just wanted to give you a quick look-see. We're about to get back on the bus to head back to port. And yeah, that's pretty awesome. We are back from our Lucha Libre excursion, and a couple things to take note with this, aside from JD and his lucha mask. So the port has tons of shops. You don't get to stop and look at the shops. They take you right to your transportation. This was an excursion through Disney. It was $79 a piece. Definitely worth it. They put you on an air-conditioned coach.
Yes.
They take you right to the place. What do you get once you get there?
So the driver was really nice getting us over there. Once you arrive, they give you a welcome margarita. I saw a red drink in the back. I'm thinking that was the non-alcoholic.
Yes.
I saw some kids drinking it too. We had a little bit of our margarita, but weren't really feeling it. Kind of early, not trying to get too many drinks in us. Plus, wanted to focus on a little bit of shopping. So there's a fun little fact here. They're going to start the show. Once they start the show, there is nothing to say that you can't get up and go and get your pick of the masks if you want a cool lucha mask. And yeah, this thing is cool. It's got like vassals and oh yeah. So this was like one of the only reasons I really wanted to see was the damn mask. But
the whole goal was this lucha mask, just so you guys are aware. I will add to that really quickly. Once you get there, they rush you. So they rush you to get your drink, and they rush you to get in there because they get that show started like immediately. There's no waiting. They're already going by the time the rest of the buses got there.
Right. Now, there are 4 luchadors that are going to wrestle the entire time. They do different matches as they go through. but there is some high flying and there is a lot of crowd interaction, as I found out.
So much crowd participation.
When I ended up with a sweaty dude in a mask in my lap.
He also sat down in my lap.
Yes.
I did not realize that this was as interactive as it was, so that was phenomenal. The wrestlers were great. At the end, you take a picture, which of course they try to sell you. The picture was kind of pricey, so without a frame it was $25. With the frame it was $40. We politely declined the first time, and then she came back and dropped the price $30. At which point JD had to have the picture in said frame. It's a cool souvenir.
It's a really cool picture.
You can haggle with them a little bit, just don't go too low or they won't accept the offer. So we did paid the $30. We got the picture. It's something that I would definitely recommend and I would do again. We also bought 3 masks.
I will say in the future, you will see an episode with Erica wearing hers.
So this is my lucha mask that I got. We also got one for JD's brother, my brother-in-law, and then we picked up 2 little like lucha magnets that they had there as well because we collect refrigerator magnets from everywhere that we go. So we did get a couple of those as souvenirs as well, which are real cute. We're going to show you real quick. And then we're going to go get some lunch. We have early dining with Paulo, so we want to get something in our systems real quick. And then, of course, take a shower because we're sweaty and gross.
So I will say when you go to buy these, on the back, the price is in pesos. So it's like 289 pesos and 200, and I want to say that's 86 pesos. The pesos right now are approximately, I want to say, 48 cents on the dollar, something like that.
This is April 2025, by the way. So just as the date of this selling, that's how much they are. But these are the cute magnets that we got. I'm going to get out so JD can show you guys.
I like the little shirt pattern, and Erica liked this one. And it actually had the box with it, which was really cool.
The packaging kind of sold me just to me. So I do have to ask JD, would you do this experience again? This is putting stuff away. He's like cleaning up.
Yes. Yeah, I would do this again. One thing I will note, if you were looking for a really cool luchador mask, as we came back through the port, we were walking through some of the stores. They had masks for about $15. These masks were a little more pricey. The price on these masks ranged from about $30 to $55. But these masks are made a lot better. Yeah. Like these actually feel like actual wrestling masks. Whereas the ones we saw that were in the port were super cheap and really cheesy looking.
Yeah, so just do the excursion, spend the money.
Get the mask.
Well worth every dime. 10 out of 10. Would do it again. We're going to go eat because I'm starving. And if we don't eat soon, I am going to bite his arm off. And we'll see you guys when we're getting ready for Paulo.
Flags.
One last look at Cozamel, Mexico. We had a lovely day. Getting ready for dinner. Waiting on the gents here to cast us off. Our next stop is Grand Cayman. It's time. We're edging away from the dock. Starting to pull out. I missed this on our last cruise, so I wanted to kind of share real quickly with everybody. I'm hoping they blow the horns and that we can hear them. There's the dock. Gone now. Bye, Cozamel. You were fun. Water here is unbelievably blue. I really don't think that my camera is picking up, like, I don't think the camera's doing it justice. Here we go. Lots of people on their balconies just kind of watching. We're backing up. A little tugboat over there. I don't know if you could see him. There he is to the left. See the water turning up. So there were only two ships at port today. It was us and another ship, and I don't know who the other ship was because it was down from us quite a ways. Out here. Maybe the horn will go? I don't know. I'm waiting for it. Bye, Cozumel. Back from dinner. We have this little guy.
They spare no expense.
I love him. He's like a dinosaur. And our little monkey's still hanging. We've not taken him off.
He's just chilling.
We got some chocolates and our tender info for Grand Cayman. And we're going to talk about dinner and our whiskey experience in just a little bit after we both freshen up. So we decided to not film while we were at Palo. We wanted to enjoy the experience because it is a fine dining restaurant here on the Disney Treasure. With that being said, couple of things to note. They have a prefix menu that you can order for $50 a person, or you can go a la carte. Any of your steaks, they do not come with sides, so you would have to order a side. The bonuses, the sides are $5, and you get enough to share with the table.
Well, you had a steak, right?
I did have a steak. My steak, because it was part of the prefix, did come with like some potatoes and some grains. But if you do it a la carte, it does not. Right. So that's something to note. I did the prefix. JD did a la carte. Go ahead. Let's be honest. I will go ahead and give it my best. I loved the calamari and the shrimp dish that I got. The Caesar salad was a salad. Nothing really special about it, to be honest. The bread service was good. I ordered a steak. My steak was good. The steak that I had at 1923 was way better, in my opinion. Service was great. Our waitress was very, very sweet, very nice. I just found the food to be not worth the additional cost that they were charging. Unless you're doing the prefix at $50. If you're doing an a la carte, I don't think it did it there. The chocolate souffle was amazing.
Even at the $50 prefix price, 1923 had better food. I hate to say it. So I decided not to go with the prefix. Appetizers didn't look really good to me. I decided to try their ahi tuna app, and it came with 3 little pieces of tuna for like $14, something like that. It was like, okay. Didn't really wow me. I ordered a 12-ounce steak. I wanted this steak to knock my head off. Like, I wanted it to be amazing. It was tough to cut through. It was a medium steak, medium rare-ish, and just
very chewy.
It was very chewy, and I had to add the accoutrements, the
sauce,
the jus, and there was an au jus and a gorgonzola. You had the gorgonzola. I put the au jus on mine, and I had to have it on there in order to help with the flavor.
You should not have to do that with a good steak, by the way. You should not have to add any type of sauce to make a steak better.
Now, your steak, in hindsight, I tried your steak and it melted in my mouth.
It was a good steak.
You had a much better cut than I did.
I did.
So, if you go to Palo, do not get the 12-ounce sirloin. You will be disappointed. Either get the Wagyu or get the other cut that she had. I forget what cut it was, but just stay away from the strip if you can help it.
To be fair, the ahi tuna, I had tried a piece of it. JD was gracious enough to share, and it was 1923 had way better ahi tuna. And you did get more pieces there. It's not knocking Palo. If you like fine dining and you want to give it a go, definitely give it a shot. I've heard that the brunch is better. Brunch was not available to us for our booking, so we did dinner thinking that would be just as good. And again, the service was great. Our server was lovely. The souffle was really, really good. Happy with some of my dishes, others not so much. So maybe stick with the rotational dinings because their food is really great there too.
Something else that we noticed, because this is at the aft of the ship, it was really bumpy and rocky back there.
There's a lot of movement.
A lot of movement compared to all the other dining experiences we've had so far. That was definitely the rockiest.
It was. I mean, you're on a boat. I expect the movement, so can't really fault anybody for that. But we definitely felt it more than anywhere else. So that's kind of it for Palo. JD and our friend Jared did the old-fashioned class. Is that correct?
It was an old-fashioned tasting.
Okay, sorry. Give it a go, because I was not there, so I have no opinion on this whatsoever. So what did you expect? What did you get? Do you feel it was worth the $100 price point per person?
Okay. So it was an hour. It was scheduled for an hour tasting. We were done in about 35 minutes.
Oh.
So it went pretty fast. The gentleman that was hosting the class had a very thick accent. So it was rather hard to understand what he was saying. So I only got about a third of what he was saying. Jared and I were a little bit towards the back because we had to have room for his wheelchair in order for him to be able to sit. They gave us 4 different types of old fashioned to try. It was in a very small, like sifter or sniffer glass or sniffer glass. It's a very small glass, filled with ice. The guy just filled the thing up to the top with ice, and then put about a half ounce of each one of the liquors into the 4. So the first 2 were, the first one was whiskey, the second one was scotch, the third one was mezcal, and the fourth one was rum. Okay. I personally don't like to mix different kinds of liquor, but the fact they were only half ounce pours, if that, didn't really matter because you weren't really getting any kind of, I mean, we don't go to these to get a buzz, but it would be nice to get at least a full pour, or at least, it
would be nice to get a buzz, let's be honest.
To be able to actually taste it. I mean, it was literally such a small amount in the bottom of that glass with all the ice, and the ice is melting so fast, it was just like, I don't know, you only needed 3 or 4 cubes in there, or hell, Disney, we're paying $100 a piece. Get some small round balls, put them in there, do a real old fashioned. Yeah. Not this crap ice that you're shoving in there. I don't know. I would not do it again for $100. Okay. They gave us a bottle of water and a chocolate, a little tiny itty bitty chocolate.
Chocolate.
I did hear that some of the other, the bourbon tasting, I think it was, they actually gave them a cigar. Ooh. Right? I was like, I got a bottle of water.
Well, I will say, I did hear, depending on where the old-fashioned tasting, too, is going to alter it, and also is who's giving it. Yeah. I thought that you guys were going to have it in Hook's Barbary, and I was very excited for that, because I wanted you guys to have the speakeasy experience.
That would have been cool.
But it was in Cove Cafe, so very different experiences. So we're not saying, don't do it.
Yeah.
This is more of like,
this is just our personal experience.
JD and Jared experience. So, some people have good experiences, some have not so good. Just like with us in Palo.
Yes.
Some people really enjoyed the food. For us, it was good. Yeah. We've definitely had better. For cruise ship food, it was okay.
Yeah. And we'll always give you our honest opinion. Yeah. Because we don't want to sit here and tell you something's wonderful and amazing. And then you go into it and you have not a great experience. But we're also telling you this is just our personal experience, because we noticed that there's this really wonderful thing that you can do with WhatsApp where you can join groups on whatever ship you're on. At least we could for our ship, which was kind of nice. And we're kind of communicating and we're talking around. And I asked, hey, has anybody else done the old-fashioned tasting? And they were like, yeah, we had it in Hook's Barbary, and they were decent pours and very knowledgeable and very helpful. And with ours, it was just, okay, I know now 4 different kinds of old fashions. The mezcal was cool because it was a little smoky, so you don't have to smoke an old fashioned quite the way you needed to before. But I would have preferred it with 4 different kinds of either whiskey or scotch, personally, if I'm going to go through old fashions. Because again, I don't like mixing the streams; just gives you a bit of a headache.
But I guess again with half-ounce pours, it really doesn't matter.
And
So
you mentioned the WhatsApp group. So for every sailing, usually someone, it's not a Disney official page or anything, but usually someone in your sailing will create a group for said sailing. So ours, April 5th to the 12th, there was a group created for Facebook. You know, you joined it, and then afterwards people created a WhatsApp group. WhatsApp does work when you are on the ship and your phone is in airplane mode, as long as you are connected to the ship's Wi-Fi. Sometimes it's more reliable than the app. It's a way that you can communicate with not only people in your party, but to JD's point, others that are also on the same cruise. Some people, you know, if you don't know your port times, tender times, show times, if you're looking for something specific, everybody's been like super helpful and amazing. So,
and there's multiple groups in there.
Oh, there are a lot of groups in there.
Well, there's the general group that everybody just kind of chats in, and then it breaks out. Right. So there's groups for teens. There's groups for the Haunted Mansion bar, which is just us weirdos, which is kind of fun.
But that's different for every sailing too. So your sailing may only have one, chat, or it may have multiple like ours does. But overall, I think that we had a pretty great day today.
Oh yeah. This was day 3.
Day 3.
And I mean, I'm going home with luchador masks.
This man bought 3 luchador masks, just so you guys know. 3.
To be fair, one of those is mine. One of those is hers. And one of them's going on my little brother, who does haunt sliding, and I would love to see him slide wearing a luchador mask. It would be so cool.
So yeah, it was a great day. If you're doing Cozumel, definitely look for that Lucha Libre experience. A lot of fun. The kids had a blast. It's definitely a family excursion, but you can also do it as adults too. You don't need kids to do it. So that's kind of the nice thing about that one.
You can take water off the boat with you.
Yeah, for some reason in my head, I felt like you couldn't take anything off as far as like free like water bottles or anything like that, so I made that mistake. That's a me thing. I will not be doing that again, so definitely make sure that you're hydrating. But anyway, great day 3. Tomorrow is day 4. We will be at Grand Cayman, and we're gonna do some fun things.
Cool, I can't wait.
And we're gonna take you guys along. So with that being said, we're gonna go to sleep because we're exhausted. And remember, when it's an Ellis life, can't talk, I'm tired. When it's an Ellis life,
it's a lucha life. Whip on!
Bye.
Bye.